You spend your Sunday the way you always do in boarding school. In the morning, you go for extracurricular lectures, and by 10 a.m., you return to your hostel to do some laundry and prepare for another school week. In the evening, you're about to attend Quran class when soldiers visit the school and tell everyone they have come to check on the students. Their visit brings reassurance and life continues as usual. You go to bed expecting to wake up for another Monday at school. Instead, you wake up to voices demanding phones, footsteps rushing through the hostel, and frightened girls shouting that terrorists have entered the school. Welcome to Vestiges of Violence. Here, we talk about survivors. For Human Angle, I am Sabika. In November 2025, terrorists attacked the government girls' secondary school in Maga, Kebbi State, during the early hours of the morning and abducted 25 students. The attack added another chapter to the growing pattern of school abductions across northern Nigeria, where schools have increasingly become targets for armed groups. Although the girls returned home after 9 days, the experience left lasting memories that extended far beyond their time in captivity. Salima Sani was among the girls taken that morning. She has attended the school since JS1. At 18, she has just completed her WAEC examinations and is preparing for the next chapter of her education. Looking back, she remembers every stage of those 9 days with a remarkable clarity, beginning with the moment she woke up inside her hostel. At first, the chaos did not wake her. She slept through the initial confusion until voices inside the hostel became louder. Armed men were demanding phones, and girls were running in every direction, looking for somewhere to hide. When she woke, she slipped beneath a bunk bed and hoped the attackers would pass without finding her. And they almost did. They had gathered some girls and made their way out of the hostel when one of the frightened students broke away from the group and crawled beneath the same bunk. One of the terrorists chased the girls into the room, looked beneath the bed, and dragged both of them outside.
She didn't know I was there, so she thought there was space to hide and they wouldn't see her. We were all frightened, but then the terrorists came and pulled both of us out. That was how I joined the group and ended up in captivity.
As the girls were forced out of the school, the attackers shot and killed the security guard. They carried guns and surrounded the students before leaving the premises. According to Salima, the armed men stopped briefly outside the school and fired several shots into the air. After receiving what appeared to be a signal to continue, they ordered the girls to move and warned them that anyone who screamed or attempted to escape would be shot. There were 25 girls in captivity, while the attackers outnumbered them by almost 2 to 1. The journey into captivity lasted almost 3 days. The girls had neither shoes nor hijabs. They crossed a river and walked continuously through thick bush and forest for 2 days. They stopped only when the attackers allowed them to drink water from streams or rest for a few minutes before continuing. Throughout those 2 days, they remained on their feet. On the third morning, motorcycles arrived and carried them deeper into the forest. They finally reached the place where they would spend the next 9 days at about 6 o'clock in the evening. The place where they stayed was an open area beneath trees, and the attackers gave them sacks woven together to serve as sleeping mats. Around them, Salima could see houses occupied by the families of the terrorists, including their wives. Life in captivity quickly settled into a routine. Every morning, the girls gathered around a fire to keep warm because the weather was cold. They fetched water from a nearby stream under armed escort and heated some of it to wash their mouths. Then they prepared breakfast. The terrorists provided food twice each day, usually rice or sorghum flour. The girls cooked the meal themselves after collecting firewood from the forest. They often divided their morning meal into 2 portions so they could save some for lunch. Some days, the food was enough for everyone. On other days, they simply managed with what they had. There were no bathrooms, so the girls relieved themselves in the surrounding bush, and during the entire period in captivity, they visited the stream to bathe only once. They owned only the clothes they wore when they were abducted, and though they were provided 1 small pack of detergent each, they could only wash their clothes once and let them dry while still wearing them. Although the girls remained under strict surveillance, Salima says the attackers did not physically abuse them.
They didn't maltreat us or beat us or shout at us. They didn't touch us. They didn't even mind us. They just guarded us and minded their own business.
They also gave the girls painkillers whenever they had body aches or stomach pain. Hydrogen peroxide was available for cleaning wounds because several girls suffered injuries after walking long distances barefoot through the forest. Sometimes the girls were allowed to talk amongst themselves, while at other times they were instructed to remain quiet. 9 days after the abduction, after the girls fetched water, ate breakfast, and started preparing the evening meal, the terrorists told them they were going home.
We woke up as usual, went to the stream to get water and ate. When we were about to put dinner on fire, they told us to leave it because we were going home. We started celebrating. We were so happy.
The girls traveled out of the forest on motorcycles before getting down and walking a short distance to waiting vehicles. They left the forest around 5 o'clock in the evening and arrived in Birnin Kebbi at around 11 that night. They spent the night there, received medical attention at the hospital the following morning, and reunited with their parents soon afterwards. Today, Salima has returned to school and completed her WAEC examinations. While the memories of those 9 days remain with her, they do not define the future she wants for herself. She hopes her examination results will allow her to study medicine, a dream she has always had. Salima says that she is grateful she survived the experience, that she made it back home safely, and that she had the chance to continue her education. And when she becomes a doctor, she says, she will help women like her. This episode was reported and scripted by Sabika Bello. Multimedia editor is Anthony Asemota, and executive producer is Ahmed Salkida. In order to protect the identities of survivors, we use voice actors for this episode. If you or anyone you know have a story to share on vestiges of violence, do not hesitate to get in touch with us.